Mitra Faridian here from dragonblogger.com. Ever dream about crafting a video game with a fantasy world as grand as Skyrim? The Klug brothers from Greenheart Games have stepped up to the plate with their new title, Game Dev Tycoon. While Game Dev Tycoon does not portray the process with mind-blowing visuals, it certainly is a game that will grab you with its lovely attention to detail and nuance of the difficult process of producing a AAA title. When you first begin Game Dev Tycoon, you start as a burgeoning basement coder, with nothing more than a humble PC, swivel chair, and the name of your production studio. Right away, the game gets you into the development interface and gives you a series of sliders to play around with. I really appreciated how much control I had over the time I could allot to areas I wanted to focus on a game-by-game basis. Learning the formulas is really challenging at first and can feel like an uphill battle with the critiques you face, which are unforgiving. Once you learn what works and what doesn't, your efforts are soon rewarded though, which is definitely a relief. Progression in particular can be equal parts gratifying and grating during Game Dev Tycoon. It always left me pleased to know that my magic blend of genre, platform choice, and team management led to our game studio becoming even more formidable. Success is also told through sales numbers, and these numbers are a major factor for moving on to the next stage. While I'm not keen on having everything money-driven, it is a very realistic dangling carrot for any aspiring game maker out there. One of the details that I really enjoyed during gameplay was the passage of time during game history. You will frequently lay your eyes on news items about how the rest of the industry is viewing your company, or the latest steps that console and hardware giants are taking to shake things up. Each of these news pieces are not only informative, but can be quite a hoot to read. Studio upgrades were definitely the portion of the game I enjoyed the most. Seeing your studio get outfitted with fun beanbag chairs, or having mantles lined with figurines of iconic game characters is just too adorable to resist. Of course, upgrades are not just meant to make your studio more visually appealing. They also mean getting to open up research and development departments. In these departments, I got to take my gaming to the masses and whip up a console that would make the Poetess production fanboys scream with joy. Game Dev Tycoon does come with its share of problems though. For one thing, the game gets awfully bubble happy, and if you don't turn off your sound effects, you'll have to deal with spam that sounds like this. One thing that irks me a little too is that you often are fighting just against yourself, and your competition doesn't seem to take any significant measures against you. Sure, you'll get the occasional note that your competitors are grumbling, or hints of sabotage from a certain Agent Blowfish, but that's about it. The biggest issue of the game, though, is the rigorous trial and error process that you'll constantly experience through each stage. There are no helpful indicators to let you know when it's time to beef up your engine, and you may be left scratching your chin when you see your game is not a hit, despite the level of production value that went into it. Game Dev Tycoon's problems are the same challenges that many game makers face, and therefore make this title so delightfully realistic. I could henpeck all day long about things like the simple graphics, basic interfaces, and robot employees who seem to have major caffeine addictions, but what's the point? Game Dev Tycoon has a certain undeniable charm to it, and is without question a title made by gamers for gamers. To make my job a little easier, I'll simply quote the words from Informed Gamer and deem this game almost perfect, with a rating of 4 out of 5 stars. This is Mitra Faridian signing out. Please subscribe to dragonblogger.com for more reviews like this one and our monthly fan giveaways. I'll see you later, folks.